love the game. I love the hustle, man.
I just hit record.
All right, for sure.
What's good? I go. Yo, what's good? I go by the name of Stealth. We are back with the All Net No Rim content. You know what I'm saying? A little mini podcast we're going to do right now to talk about the free agency, NBA free agency, specifically the Sacramento Kings. But we're going to get into some other teams and other situations, other players as well. Like I said, I go by the name of Stealth. We got Dope Boy Bush, who is new to this channel. You may not have seen him before, but you're going to start seeing a lot more of him beginning today. And then we got Teddy White. Right there, you feel me? We got Teddy White. We back, man. We back. Now, we did take a little hiatus, you know what I'm saying, after the finals and things like that. Basketball, the basketball season is over, but NBA news has not stopped, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Just had the draft last week. Everybody knew Wembanyama was going to go number 1, which he did. We had Brandon Miller go 2, 3. Who went 3? Scoop?
Scoop.
So that was the top 3 picks: Wembanyama, Miller, Scoop. So we're gonna talk about them a little bit, talk about the fits on their team, but we're gonna get into the Sacramento Kings right now because that's what we've been rocking with. The Sacramento Kings on this channel. Teddy White got his hat on. I was gonna rock my hat, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just rocking. You know what I'm saying? The standard New York. You can't go wrong with a New York or LA hat. Just standard. You feel me? Either LA or New York. You can't go wrong. So I got the Yankees hat on, but I'm not a Yankee fan. I just like the Yankee fitted. You feel me? So that's what we're gonna rock tonight. But so all right. So the Kings traded their first round pick and packaged that up with Rashawn Holmes to Dallas. They freed up an additional, I think, like 12, 15 million between somewhere between there with that move. And now we are 30 million as of today under the cap. Right? Sacramento Kings. Man, when you're and a team that was third in the West, pretty much dancing around second and third in the West, is now 30 million under the cap. That's a huge move right now. That could change a lot of things going into next season for the Western Conference. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to go to Dope Boy Bush first, Teddy White, sir. And then I'm going to kind of give my opinion on what I feel like the Kings should do with that money that they have right now. So, Dope Boy, what are some of the moves that you would do if you were Monty McNair and the Sacramento Kings?
Well, if I was him, I would definitely go ahead and look at, Chris Milton, which we talked about before. You know what I mean? I feel like, you got a 3-and-D guy who has championship experience that can bring it to a ball club on the cusp of, possibly getting there themselves. Right. There's also the possibility of getting Siakam, I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Pascal, maybe.
I believe that had to be a trade, I believe, because he's
not a free agent. It had to be a trade. Okay, so he's not a free agent.
No, he's not.
Okay, so basically right now, you know what I'm saying?
But it just feels like Toronto's having a fire sale. I feel like they're trying to get rid of everybody right now. So
they are. Definitely are. Well, I mean, you got to think that, Fred's getting ready to leave too as well, I feel like. You know what I mean? Right. But from a free agent standpoint, like I said, I feel like we're not going to go ahead and sign HB, Harrison Barnes, definitely go ahead and go after, Middleton. Or you can go ahead and go after, let me see, who else is out there, man, that, that could possibly fit for that squad.
Well, for the Kings right now, the names that have been attached to the Kings as far as free agencies, Middleton, Kyle Kuzma, Jeremy Grant, Draymond Green. Those are like the 4 that I've been hearing. Yeah.
Even with, possibly, Jeremy Grant can go ahead and fit in. You know what I mean? Any of those plugins can go ahead and actually work. Even with, Draymond. Mm-hmm. I feel like that can go ahead and possibly work for him too as well. Another guy that can go ahead and bring championship experience and leadership to a squad that's right there on the cusp to possibly go ahead and doing it too as well. For me, I would possibly try to go ahead and go get maybe Jeremy Grant or or Kuzma, just because, like I said, I do feel like Sabonis doesn't need to be the 5. I think he needs to go ahead and go down to the 4. It's my opinion. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And hopefully that might be able to go ahead and help them out somewhat.
So you would want to add, on top of like adding like a Middleton, you want to add like a big man.
Right, exactly.
So who would that other guy be that you would add to the mix?
JaVale McGee's out there. You know what I mean? Try to possibly go ahead and go get JaVale. I feel like he'll fit right on in. You know what I'm saying? Get you some good points, couple of rebounds here and there. You know what I mean? And provide that big body presence that the actual Kings need. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To go ahead and go against bigger defenders such as, Jokic and people like that. So
okay,
I feel like that could go ahead and possibly work.
All right, so like a Middleton and like a McGee. Something like that, combo like that. All right, Teddy White, what you think?
I honestly and you talked me onto this.
Oh, can't hear me.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, you back. Go ahead.
Yeah, you back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Kyle Kuzma idea. I like the Chris Middleton idea. But let me ask you guys a question on this. Let's say we got the money, right? Let's say if there is no move done. Let's say if Harrison Barnes is re-signed, and let's say there's an extension made for Sabonis. So now we're pretty much running it back with the same team. How do you guys feel first off, what grade would you give Monty if that happened? And how does it make you feel no moves are made and we just run it back with the same team?
The grade that I would give if that was the move to extend Sabonis and re-sign Harrison, and that was it, that's a D to me. Because and the reason I say that is because if you're $30 million under the cap and you don't add something to that team and you just got knocked out in the first round by the previous year champions, that lets you know that, okay, we need to make improvements. We you know what I'm saying, we got to the playoffs, we got third in the West, but we couldn't get over that first round. How do we get past, the first round and beyond to compete for a championship? You can't just do that standing pat with the same team and bring HB back and you know what I'm saying, extend Sabonis. Like, I feel like that is a good team, that is a good nucleus, but I feel like that nucleus can only get you so far. So I feel like you have to make an addition to that. Now, if Harrison Barnes was to come back on maybe a lesser role, take less money, something like that, I wouldn't be mad at that. And then maybe we could add like a piece like, I don't know, I'll just say like Hachimura or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just bring somebody else in to kind of like mix it up. Somebody that could score and rebound. Kind of, we need a guy who could do more than just one thing. And in my opinion, and the way Sabonis was getting, the way they were guarding Sabonis in the playoffs, sagging off him, and he was scared to take that jumper. You can get a Kyle Kuzma or Hachimura, somebody like that, or even a Jeremy Grant that can hit those 15, 18 footers. Because now they have to play honest defense. You know what I mean? Definitely. So I just feel like if Monty McNair was to do that, that wouldn't be enough for this team, and I feel like he'd be doing this offseason a disservice by not making an addition. So I don't think that's the move. Me personally,
especially after you traded those picks too, as well.
Exactly. You got to do a little better than that. You got to do a little better than that.
Yeah, if you trade those picks and you don't get a big free agent, or you don't get at least two additional players, you know what I mean? You're kind of doing yourself a disservice to the team. You know what I mean? And I'll definitely agree with you on that one. I would definitely give him a D if that did happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a D. Yeah. Now, all right. So for me, so were you down? So you said Kuz.
I like Kuz. If we did go big, I would love to Brook Lopez. I don't know how he stretches the floor, so it wouldn't be so much cluttered up. And I know he'll probably be 16, 17 million maybe. I know he wouldn't hit that 20 or more average. Yeah. So of course OG. I know that was a trade situation.
Is OG a free agent?
You know what? He's not a free agent. I know they were trying to do a trade situation.
Yeah, they were trying to do a trade. Yeah.
At this moment, I'm kind of off of the situation. Let's try to go after Kuzma. Let's try to go after Middleton. If we can go get Lopez, let's go after Lopez.
I heard the Warriors. I just read today that the Warriors are trying to trade before they did the Poole trade. They were trying to get OG for Poole.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And the Raptors said, Nah, can't do that. Why not?
Why not? Those two trophies.
That was kind of interesting. That was kind of interesting, especially considering that they're probably going to lose Fred VanVleet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
definitely.
That was kind of interesting. You would think they might be interested in that, but they said no. But for me though, if anybody follows me on Twitter, y'all should. We got our Twitters. You know what I'm saying? Our handles right here. Go follow everybody on this podcast. But I've been preaching, I want Kyle Kuzma. I feel like he's a perfect puzzle piece to complete this core group to help get us over the hump. I feel like if you had Kyle Kuzma in that first round, a guy who's, first of all, he's not shy. And what I mean by that is he's not gonna be scared to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Definitely he's a guy that can run in transition. He can find an open man, he can score, he can, get to the basket. 6'9", rebound. Yes. He averages 21 points and 7 rebounds last season. You mean to tell me you add that to our mix with Fox, Sabonis? Like, come on, who are you guarding? Who are you guarding? Who are you doubling? You know what I'm saying? Like, because now it's like the actions that we can run with them, the different like pick and rolls and the flare screens and all that, and just it's just it's too much. You know what I'm saying? And like, even if you mix it up with having like Monk on the floor, having the bench on the floor, but like say, all right, now we're gonna just run Monk and Kuz. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all get y'all rest. Now we got Sabonis and Fox. Herder. You're like, it's just you could do so many different things.
Great combination. Yeah, definitely different combinations.
So I know a lot of people on Twitter don't really understand. Y'all got to start watching basketball, man. Like I'm
tell them why you mad, son. Tell them why you mad, son.
Y'all have to stop just watching your Kings, and then when somebody makes a suggestion about a player that you don't know about, y'all sound kind of ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance is when you're speaking on something that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know about these players, just be like, hey, I'm not familiar. I didn't watch them. I don't know. Definitely. Y'all don't know. Anybody who's saying they don't want Kyle Kuzma on the team, y'all don't know who. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Like, you just don't know who.
Definitely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially consider how we lost because we weren't getting any scoring from our wings in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Second and third chance shots for the Warriors and not able to get buckets in long spurts.
Yes. In long spurts of time. So because they knew how to guard us. Once you figure out, okay, all right, we figured out the Fox and Sabonis action. Sabonis ain't gonna shoot that 15-footer, so now we could just double on him. And it's like they figured us out. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you add a Kuzma to that, you add that extra, you know what I'm saying, spice, that garlic on, you know what I'm saying, and that spaghetti. Now it's like, all right, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? So, but after that, I do like the Middleton. Y'all really haven't. We've been talking about this a lot as far as free agency. Y'all haven't heard me really mention Middleton because I feel like the injuries kind of scared me off for what I feel like he would want. You know what I mean? As far as compensation. But I wouldn't be mad at it if he could stay healthy and we can get him at a decent price. My third guy, I'm not mad at the Draymond.
Oh, no, I'm not mad at the Draymond situation either. I feel like he fits in well over there too as well.
But you would have to re-sign HB.
Yeah, you would have to.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed for sure.
Because I feel like you're doubling down on this roster, the core of this roster. But if you add Draymond and you're doubling down to what we were last season, I think he would help that. So that would kind of be my third. My fourth to be like Jeremy Grant. But like I would pair that up with like a Bruce Brown if I can get like a Bruce Brown, Jeremy Grant combo. You know what I'm saying? Or if I can get like you said, a Brook Lopez or something like that. That'd kind of be I would say Kuz, Middleton, Draymond would be like my 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean, for the Kings.
You know what? And I kind of agree with, you know what I'm saying, with what you all said, you know, because I feel like that Brook Lopez situation would help them out too as well with stretching that floor for sure.
Yeah.
A big stretch the floor.
Yeah, Sabonis was not shooting 15. I don't know why, but they need to tell him during this offseason, hey, look here, man, work on your jump shot and don't be afraid to go ahead and take that.
But here's my thing, right? Am I tripping? And this is what got me in the playoffs. Was he not taking those shots during the whole regular season? Wasn't he taking those 15-footer? Like,
I would definitely have to look at the stats. I know I've seen him take more in the off during the season than he did in the playoffs.
I feel like people weren't guarding him like that during the season until it got to the playoffs. I'm like, what did they see on tape? It must have been some great analytics. I don't know, man. They got a great coaching staff because whoever made that call was like, yo, sag off. It worked, right? And I feel like that's why we lost. It took 7 games.
For the short film that I've been able to go ahead and see, you know what I'm saying, especially with me being out here in the LA market, you know what I mean, and seeing him play against the Clippers and Lakers and stuff like that. He seemed like he was actually shooting a lot more during the regular season.
That's what I'm saying. He was.
When he got to the playoffs, it seemed like he kind of, I don't know if he was shy or if he was just like timid or what.
It got in his head. It became a mental game. By the time I got to game 6, game 7, it was mental.
Oh, it was done. Oh, he was over with. He didn't want to take no shots at all. Everybody was wide open. Hey, take it. He didn't want to go ahead and shoot. You know what I mean? And for us, you can't hesitate. You can't. You gotta take the moment to go ahead and shoot these shots because they might go in, they might not. But at least you know what I'm saying. If you continue to take these shots, I think they're gonna start falling.
Yeah.
Then they got
to respect you.
You know what I mean? They got to respect you. Like, okay, look, he hit 2 in a row now. We can't let him sit here 2 more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I feel like he needs to get that confidence back. You know what I mean? Figure out what it is. Somebody work with you, some coach, probably work on mechanics, or get back right into basically not being afraid to take those.
I hope he's working on that as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's working on that as we speak. But nah, so like as far as like other big free agents, they said Kyrie's probably going to stay with the Mavs. I also saw today, and I kind of been thinking this as well because nobody's really heard anything, that the market for Kyrie has kind of dwindled down. Initially, before the Beal thing, I was thinking Phoenix might be a good role for him. He played with Kyrie. I felt like we kind of knew they were coming off Chris Paul. We didn't know how that was going to look. I was thinking that, but that's not going to happen. They got Beal, so Phoenix has Bradley Beal. How much do you guys think they're going to improve going into next season? Phoenix,
the Suns, Phoenix. Well, I mean, they did a lot to go ahead and get KD, to be honest with you. They depleted their bench, you know what I mean? And that's what actually helped them out last year to go ahead and get to the finals.
And I feel like
they had a championship team. Yeah.
Yes, they did. They waited too. I mean, I feel like they pulled the plug too fast. I know CP was getting a little bit older. I get that. You know
I agree.
I mean? But I felt like they pulled that plug a little too fast on them two little young bucks they had shipped out, you know what I mean, over there to Brooklyn. For KD, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, I felt like they were already there. They might have had like a couple pieces they were might missing, role players, and possibly maybe a starting point guard. Like, just say if they didn't trade for KD, you know what I mean? And just say that, you know what I'm saying, Chris Paul was there. You could have traded for a Kyrie now. You know what I mean? It still would have been good, in my opinion. Yeah. It still kept that young core of players still intact to go ahead and try to at least make a run, especially after you sign Aiden. It's like, okay, you're hanging on to Aiden. Go get Cam. Let's go ahead and re-sign you back up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep these young bulls over here. You know what I mean? But I feel like right now they're going to have to do a lot of adjustments when it comes to that bench. I don't know what they're going to go ahead and do. I don't know what the cap space is looking like for them. But they got a lot of pieces that they're going to have to probably look for in order for them to not be just the 6 or 7 man rotation I see now currently.
Them dudes, they're going to have to get really creative. I just saw today that they're going to work out Jabari Parker. And you saw that? And I forgot who the other name was, but Jabari can play still, though. Last time I seen, bro, he was looking all right. You know what I'm saying? It just be like the way the league is, the way the politics are. The way the politics are in the league, it's like once like the stigma is out, they're like, oh, you're washed or you're it's like they just kick you out. But some of these dudes can still ball. He's been healthy the last few years. I mean, the last time we saw him, he was actually with the Kings for a little bit. He didn't look bad with us, but it's hard when you're playing sporadic minutes to prove that you can still play. You know what I mean? When you're that type of player. But Teddy White, what you think about Phoenix, though?
Man, you know what? And it's crazy because I was just day where people are backing off of Ayton, kind of. You know, Ayton isn't that big, but if they can move off of Ayton and maybe get back 2 or 3 role players, you know what I'm saying? That would be big. Outside of that, I can't see Bill, Booker, and KD carrying it for 82 games. Then you got playoffs. Then you got. I just don't see it, man.
You just made a really good point because I feel like if you could probably roll with Jock Landale or whatever. You could roll with him with your 5 for probably $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that Ayton contract. Get you some pieces to go around with that big 3. I think that's really the financial move that I would do if I was the Phoenix Suns. But I think they're going to stick.
Well, my thing is to y'all. Then why didn't they do that? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't they work out a sign and trade deal with him? You know what I'm saying? Sign him, trade him off to another team to where you can go ahead and get some assets back.
Well, I think they signed him. They signed him last summer, I believe, to a contract.
They did,
but they
matched. But I forgot whose offer they matched, but they had matched whoever it was that put them offer out there. Indiana, there was somebody out there.
They can still trade him though. It might be some interesting things going on this week. I'm not saying I expect them to trade Ayton, but if I was them, I would look at it because the way Jock Landale and Bismack Biyombo, you could just have one of them start your 5. When you have Booker, Durant, and Beal.
That's 90 points apiece. That's 90 points together right there. That's 90
points right there. You just need somebody who's going to rebound, get a couple block shots, you know what I'm saying, and guard the big man on the other team. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
at this point, when you hold an open tryouts at the gym, right?
No,
you gotta do something. You gotta do something.
I agree.
And anyway,
you know what I mean?
And correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he kind of complaining like he wants like a bigger role? Because
he wants a bigger role,
and that's understandable. He's a young guy. He was a number 1 pick. He wants to prove that, like, I could play.
I'm number 1 guy.
You know what I'm saying? Does he want to take? He wants to be now he's the 4th option. I was just the number 1 pick 4 or 5 years ago. So it's
I'm gonna be real though. You know what I'm saying? The grass is not always greener on the other side.
It's not.
Bro. You go ahead.
It's not. But when you're trying to make your money in this league, you have to prove that you can play. And when you're the 4th option, that's going to be hard to do.
You already got your money, though. What are you tripping for? Just go out and go play now.
You know what's crazy?
Got your money.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to use what he uses. You want to win or do you want the bag? You can't have them both.
You can't have both. No, you can't.
You can't have them both.
I don't think Ayton is tripping off winning right now. I think he wants to solidify his career as a top center in the league, and you're not gonna be able to do that being the fourth option. Like
right.
So that's gonna be an interesting dynamic. So look for him if he does stay on this team. Look for him to kind of be pouting.
But I'm saying, who are you trading for?
You don't need much. Like I said, go get you some bench players. You know what I'm saying? You can go. Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of things you could do. You could probably add there's some things because that contract is hefty. That Ayton contract,
it is.
You get rid of that, you could probably get about 3-4 players back, maybe about 2 players and a couple of picks, like depending on who you trade them for. So.
Right.
You know, so that'd be, that's something I would look at. What else we got going on? Dame Lillard, man. Free Dame. I don't got too much to say about that, but free Dame. The Scoot Henderson pick, and I know Teddy White is you've been preaching that you know what I'm saying, you love Scoot. I think he's a really good player.
I'm right there with Teddy.
I like Scoot, but do you need Scoot, Simons, and Dame? Is that gonna make the Blazers better? Like,
you know what? At this point, I love Dame, right? But man, it's like the loyalty is starting to become corny now, man.
It is.
And when I say it's starting to become corny, it's like 1 week is this, then the next week is this, and then 1 week is this. It's like, man. Listen. If you ready to move on, big dog, nobody's gonna judge you. You don't know.
No,
11 great seasons over there.
I hear what you're saying. I for sure.
I agree with you 110%.
No, I see what you're saying because
it doesn't make any sense.
I feel like he don't want to be the guy to be like. He doesn't want the fan base to look at him like, oh, I'm bailing out on y'all. But I don't even think I'm not a Portland fan. We don't live up there, but I don't think they would look at it like that. It's like, bro, like you gave us your all, and right now our management is not building a winner around you.
Right.
Go finish the last 4-5 years of your career and go try to win.
But the cool part about it is that I agree. Nobody's gonna go ahead and judge you.
No.
You know what I mean? You've been preaching for how long you want to stay in Portland. You don't believe in the super teams, the whole nine. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're not building a championship contender around you.
No.
You know what I mean? You would, and like Teddy said, he's in his 11th year now, or something like that. 11, 12 years now.
Something around there.
So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, dang, bro, you didn't try. Y'all had a good little run with you, CJ, and the rest of them cats for a little while. You know what I mean? It might be time for you to go ahead and look at other options.
Yeah.
Sure. And you know what? And if that's what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be. Again, it's starting to come off as corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
The fan base is going to start looking at it like, bro, if you want to be here, then be here. I don't want to go on Twitter and then you got Welcome to Miami in the background playing. You know what I'm saying? Or a little cryptic stuff. You know what I mean? And even as a young player that just drafted, even as Scoot Henderson, as a young player, Scoot Henderson probably looked up to Dame growing up playing. You could see, look at his game and see he took some of his game from Dame, right?
Right.
So as a young player that's coming in, at some point we keep hearing all this stuff. I'm going to start losing respect for you, and that's not disrespect to Dame or nothing like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing that young players do, they wear their emotions on their sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't tolerating no disrespect or nobody not wanting to be around me.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So at some point we gotta come to a conclusion about this, and I hope we do it in a hurry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Dame, get up out of there.
I would like to see him moved on to another team. I mean, Miami seems to be the team connected to him. I feel like it's a good fit. Watching them in the finals, they definitely need that guy who can go get him a bucket, because Jimmy Butler is slightly overrated. And
don't do that. Don't do that.
What I do?
Don't say he's slightly overrated. Don't do that. Don't say he's slightly overrated, bro. Nah, you seen what Jimmy did, bro? Did you see what he's doing during the playoffs?
Oh my god!
That Jimmy Ruffin got to the finals with who?
Exactly, bro. Come on, he's not overrated. Don't do that.
Come on. Yes, it takes lucky things to get there. It's every year for anybody to get to the finals. It's going to take a little bit of luck. But my goodness,
did you see what he did?
That is blasphemy.
I'm sleepy.
That is blasphemy.
I'm sleepy.
Hey, I can't believe this boy said slightly overrated. He must have not watched the playoffs.
I seen it every minute. I seen every minute.
He's holding that. He's holding that finals. He's holding that finals over Jimmy's head.
I've seen every minute. No, but
I mean, who did he have?
Holding the finals. What about Giannis being hurt in that first round? What about Julius Randle being Julius Randle in the second round.
Please do not bring him into the. Please don't bring him.
Hey, and then Boston just self-imploding in the third round. Now, Miami did what they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? They went out there, they played the games. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They went out there, played the games. But what I'm saying is, the things that I was hearing during the playoffs was that Jimmy Butler was like a top 3 wing. Oh my God, he's better than all these guys. He's better than Kawhi. He's better than Paul George. He's better than. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. Top 3 wing for sure. Stop. Yeah. Top 3 wing.
Nah, top 3 wing for sure.
All right, the best ability is availability.
Nope, no, I don't
want to hear that. The best ability is availability.
Nope. I'm not letting you use injuries. No, we're not doing that. We're talking about basketball. We talking about basketball. What I say? We talking about basketball, man. We talking about basketball. Dope boy. Dope boy. I got a question for you, right? You said top 3 wing, right? Are you taking? I'm talking about when healthy.
Okay.
Are you taking Jimmy Butler over Paul George?
Oh, I'm just they haven't been healthy since.
Yes.
No, stop. No, because you want to use the health thing so bad. I'm not letting you use it. I'm not letting you use the health. When healthy, are you taking Jimmy over Paul George?
No.
Are you taking Jimmy over?
I can't get over the injury factor.
Are you taking Jimmy? Are you taking Jimmy over Jason Tatum?
No.
Are you taking Jimmy over Jaylen Brown?
Yes. 110%.
Okay, I'll give. All right. Sorry, so we got 2 guys. Are you
Jaylen Brown is not taking Miami to the finals?
Okay, that's fine.
He's definitely not.
He already went to the finals, but we're not. That's neither. That's all right. Anyway. All right. Hey, are you taking when healthy Jimmy over Kawhi Leonard?
No.
Are you when healthy Brandon Ingram?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not.
You cannot interchange. Listen, you cannot interchange Brandon Ingram and put him over there in Miami and expect him to run that deep playoff run if they went the last 2 years or to that finals when they went that year. No, hell no.
Brandon Ingram is not a number 1. He has never been a number 1. He is a great wing that we lack in this NBA. We're going to say that.
Yes, sure.
He is someone, and he plays a position that is very, very, that lacks in this NBA, which is clear. That's why Brandon Miller went number 2, right? Because they're unicorns. 3s and 4s are damn near unicorns, right?
Hey, bro.
Look, you see him?
Yeah,
see him building up?
Yeah, I can't take that look, bro. You know you're not drinking that juice, bro. If you was a GM, you mean to tell me, bro, you're going to go ahead and trade Butler for Ingram and think that you're going to go ahead and get the same results or if not better?
Ingram going to give you 30 games.
Ingram's going to give me 30 points every night. That's what he's going to do. Ingram is a walking bucket. Ain't nobody.
But Jimmy ain't a walking bucket. Jimmy,
he's not a dog though.
Pump fake Jimmy. Pump fake Jimmy. When that pump fake stopped working, he show was ineffective. That's what I seen.
Hey Jimmy.
When that pump fake stopped working.
I mean, you can like me and Teddy said, you can only do it for so long many games throughout the playoffs, bro, by yourself. When you ain't got no help outside of Bam, what do you expect?
And I don't feel Bam is a number 2.
Bam played better than Jimmy Butler in that finals.
He did, but
he definitely did. I ain't no argument about that for sure.
I walked up a mountain in Yosemite to get you here. I hope so. I'm tired. My feet is hurting.
So will we see would Zubac play better than Paul George in the finals? Like, come on, like,
come on. I got you.
Stop it.
Hey, you took the first round off. You took the second round off. Third round off.
Top wing don't show up in the finals.
You cannot say
top 3 wing don't show up in the NBA finals. Okay.
You cannot say Ingram and Brown will go ahead and lead that Miami team. Take Jimmy Butler off there. It will not happen, bro. They'd barely be a playoff team, bro, to be real.
I want to see him take the Pelicans out the first round. Can we see that?
Can we that? Yeah, exactly.
And he got a better supporting cast. Way better.
I agree, 110%. So wake up. Wake your game up, sir.
I like Jimmy. I like Jimmy. I never said I didn't like Jimmy. I like Jimmy Butler.
You sound like a Jimmy hater right now.
I'm not. We got to stop that. Why is it when we're being critical and being real about a player that is a hater? No, I like the guy. There's really not no players I dislike. I don't dislike no player.
He's a B tier. He's a a very high B tier. But we're not putting Brandon Ingram on that B tier. We're not doing it.
Not at all.
Where's he at? Where's he at then?
We're not doing it.
Where's he at?
He's not on there.
What are his achievements to have? We're just going off because he's a dribbler.
Where is he?
He's not a B tier player.
Where is he? Where's Ingram? Where's he at? A, B, C, D. Where's he at? He's not B.
He's a C plus B minus maybe.
I'm hanging up.
I would say at the very
Brandon Ingram's not a B tier player.
Maybe the middle B tier, maybe. Depending on who we comparing him to, you know what I mean?
But he's not. He's definitely not like Jimmy Butler. This guy that took his team to the finals twice. You know what? He goes again. It's been times when we've been like, you know what? Jimmy got to score 50 tonight. Jimmy got to score 60. And what does he do?
4-5. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. You have to stop it.
We've all said that though, bro.
You don't mean that though. You're just saying that, but that's how I know you. You don't really mean what you say. Ingram's not B tier. Hold on. So somebody
B tier and Jimmy B is A tier.
No, hold on.
B is A tier. Jimmy B is A tier.
Y'all listen. Y'all realize it's very hard for somebody to average 25 points in this league, right?
Son, come here.
Y'all realize it's very hard for somebody to average 25 points in the league, right? Brandon Ingram averaged that this past season with 5.5 rebounds and 5.8 assists.
Son,
no.
Who better, son? Who do you feel?
Who's better?
Who do you like? Do you like
he ain't seen
Brandon Ingram or do you like Jimmy Butler?
Ingram's never on TV. Ingram's never on TV. That's not fair. Jimmy Butler was just in the finals. I got him there. No, you didn't get me.
She love Jimmy B.
No. Hey,
she love Jimmy.
Bruh, it's everybody. You can't just wake up and average 25. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't do that.
And Jimmy wakes up and averages 25.
No, he don't. Jimmy Butler don't average like 25.
I guarantee Bron wasn't the one to move off Jimmy.
Yeah, man, what?
I like Jimmy Butler, but I'm just saying, y'all, he's B tier. He's B tier.
I said middle B tier. I give you that. I ain't gonna argue with you on that one.
He's B tier.
Middle B tier.
Ingram is not on the same tier.
They average the same, bro. Jimmy Butler averaged 22.
Jimmy's over there on the A tier, bro.
No,
Jimmy's
he's
over
not.
there on the A tier.
Jimmy's Butler.
He does so much more better than Ingram. He has way more dog. He has better defense. Plays more games. Like,
no,
you mean it? Hey, hold on. You mean to
customer service is better? Like, come on.
Customer service. So you mean to tell me, still,
my people skills are way better than yours?
Hey, look. So you mean to tell me, my brother, that Jimmy is not A tier, bro? At least middle A tier.
I'm talking talent wise. No, talent wise.
In the NBA, in today's NBA,
no.
Wow. We need to take a poll on this one.
B plus.
Hey, whoever watching this show, we're going to put this up for sure.
Because y'all making it sound like I don't like Jimmy Butler. I like Jimmy Butler.
No, I know you do.
But my thing is, I know how to properly rank these guys, and I've never been wrong. I haven't been wrong on nobody. When all the dust settles and it's 3, 4, 5 years into these guys' careers, I always be right. I be right. Y'all are getting blinded. Bro. Y'all are getting blinded by what y'all just saw in this run. I'm telling y'all.
I didn't see it too many times though.
Don't be prisoners at the moment.
You gotta understand,
don't
bro.
be prisoners.
Hey, when he don't get to the finals, where he get to the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
So we're counting the bubble finals, the one you don't want to count for the Lakers. We're counting that for the Heat though. We're counting them. Hold on, though, boy. Hold on. Yeah. But that count for the Heat. Like, stop it.
You walked right in.
All I'm saying is, if he don't make it to the finals, he at least get to the Eastern Finals.
So the Lakers championship was legitimate, right? The bubble.
No,
I didn't like it. We want him to take.
So
count Miami getting to the finals in the bubble. We won't count neither one of them. I'm saying if we remove those, he's been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice.
Yes.
Well, who? Philly with Joel Embiid?
No, I'm talking with Miami.
When?
Last year he went to Eastern Conference Finals.
What?
He missed the game winner with a couple seconds left off the front of the rim against Boston.
What was that series? What was that? How did I finish? 4-2?
They lost. It was 7.
That series did not go 7 last year.
Then I'll say this. And then it was what? 4-3.
See, now we're guessing. We look it up.
Let's see.
Hold on.
I'm trying. Yeah, look that up.
So what was that? The 2021-2022 season?
Yeah.
22 Eastern Conference Finals. Hold on. Let's see. Because I don't remember who Boston beat to get to that.
4-3. He was right. He did go 7 games.
He went 7.
Yeah, 4-3. Sure did.
Celtics and Heat went 7. Well, I don't remember that series. It wasn't memorable.
I do remember that series. That was a dog fight,
so it was 4-3, huh? Who did Miami beat to get? Who did Miami beat to get there?
I want to say Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they beat Philly? Oh yeah, that's when he was talking about Tobias Harris.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, okay. I think they beat Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Dog.
So
that boy got dog.
I didn't know we were just counting Eastern Conference Finals and stuff. I didn't know we was counting stuff like that, man.
Bro,
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Oh, man. Do not take away from that guy, please.
I like Jimmy Butler, but y'all overrate the guy, man. That's all I'm saying. Like,
no, he's not over. Man, he's right where he needs to go.
He's not A-tier. He's not A-tier.
He's right there in that.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? How do y'all feel about?
I'm like, what?
How do y'all? I'm gonna switch the subject. Real quick. How do y'all feel about the NBA possibly coming back to NBC?
I didn't hear that.
I like
on Sunday night after Sunday night.
Wait, what?
I like that.
I didn't hear that.
I like that. I like that.
Yes.
More sports. Please bring it back.
All I know was I need my theme music. I need that.
Yes.
If they do that,
I need Jordan to come back for one game. I don't care who he was with.
I need Reggie Miller to boot up. I need Reggie Miller, Pat Ewing.
Yep.
I need Pitt, and I need Jordan to suit up, and I need my theme music.
Yes, I agree, 110%. Boy, that was classic for sure.
I need
bring that back.
I didn't know that though. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I need that too as well. I think that would be great for the sport.
I would love that. When was that? When did that come about?
I didn't hear about that neither. Yeah.
I've been reading like a couple news sources. It's a potential comeback that the NBA will be back to NBC for Sunday night basketball after Sunday night football.
So that'll be NFL after NFL. Yeah, so that'll be in January going into the playoffs.
Won't he do it?
You know what I think would be dope? Be even better, but I think ESPN has that if they did like Friday nights. Or Saturday nights or something. You know what I'm saying? But I think ESPN has Fridays, I believe.
Yeah, ESPN they got Friday nights.
So they're doing Sunday. They're talking about Sunday after Sunday night.
I would love that. I always loved. I mean, maybe because that's how like when I grew up on, but I always loved NBC's presentation.
Yes.
It was just something. It just something felt special about the NBA being on.
You know what's crazy? When NBA was around, it was like football damn near didn't even exist.
I swear.
Yeah.
It was like, nothing mattered on Sundays but
you know
the NBA.
That was a Jordan era.
Yes.
And then I remember watching the game. I remember watching the Lakers on there with Kobe and Shaq, the alley-oop against Portland, that was NBC. Sacramento, the Kings versus the Lakers, that was NBC.
Oh man,
like sure was.
Man, all of Georgia.
Bring back the Peacock. Bring back the Peacock.
All of Georgia championships was NBC. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when it moved to ABC, like in the early 2000s, and it didn't feel the same to me.
It didn't seem right. No, it didn't. It definitely didn't.
And it's crazy because it's still basketball, but it's like moving to another network. But NBC's presentation has always been top tier to me, so I didn't know that. I'm gonna look more into that. That's dope though. I did not know about that. I did not know about that. But there was one more team because I wanted to kind of talk about Wembanyama. So what do y'all think? A lot of hype around him. You know what I'm saying? Expectations. What do y'all think about Wembanyama? What's he gonna do? Look, first season. Let's give me his first season like stats. Is he gonna make an All-Star team? All NBA? Like what do you like? Stuff like that. What do y'all think about Wembanyama first year?
Oh my goodness, man! I'm gonna go out on a limb, man, and say he doesn't reign Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna say that. I don't think he's gonna win.
Bro, they're gonna make sure he wins Rookie of the Year. Like the NBA is going to make sure.
I don't think he will, bro. You know what I mean? I think Miller might go ahead and be right there. Scoot might be right there.
I like it though.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, I like it too, but I like it. I don't. I don't feel like he's gonna go ahead and get it this year. I don't, unless I said.
But I think you're thinking from a perspective of like basketball, and I know what you're thinking. But when you're coming from a perspective of marketing, business, NBA, Popovich, Spurs, #1 pick, he's gonna get all the opportunity down there. First of all, they weren't a playoff team, so he's gonna get all the shots down there. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
He'll probably get a lot of blocks because he's tall. He'll probably average about 3 blocks a game, 2.5, 3 blocks a game. He's probably going to get about, I would say.
Is he strong? Is he strong enough though to go ahead and do that though, man? 3 blocks a game,
yeah,
bro.
because of his height. Because of his height. The high school get you
like,
blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, like, okay, let's just like I'll do a quick comparison. You know what I mean? Like when we seen KG come into the league, because KG was very
really
small.
skinny, yeah.
You know? But KG didn't take no shit neither, though. Excuse my language.
So you think
he was muscle.
You trying to say Wembanyama's French and he's soft? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I will say this.
Hey, you trying to say the Frenchman is soft? Is that what you're trying to say?
I feel like he don't have that dog in him for that body frame he has, bro. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's gonna play too soft. I feel like, man, honestly, I feel like he's gonna play too soft right now. Now, like I said, unless Popovich teaches him. You know what I'm saying? What he did.
Bro, you didn't see the pick. You didn't see the pick where they had like Ginobili and Tony Parker and Pop and Tim. They're gonna make sure that boy's.
But the cold part about it, look at them situations them cats came into though. They already came into a winning situation.
They're building this cushion around this kid. Bro, I'm telling you, they're gonna make sure this kid's successful. I feel like he's gonna get Rookie of the Year. I feel like his stats are gonna be around like 15 points, close to 10 rebounds. I say 15 points, 9 rebounds, about 2.5, 3 blocks, and I feel like he's. I say
16-8.
16-8. I think I say about 15. I say about 15-9, 15-9-2, 15-9-2.
16-8.
Teddy White, what you think?
You know what? I feel like this, right? He's in a different situation because he's already been playing around grown men. It's different from when KG was coming in, or different from when one of these other, like a KD came into the league.
Right.
They was playing against people that was already their same age. You know what I'm saying? Or equivalent skill level. I wouldn't say equivalent, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
This dude has already been playing against young men for the last, or older men for the last couple of years, European, and they actually playing defense over there. I heard Lucas say it's so much easier to score in the NBA than it is over there.
We don't play on defense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard
so,
that too as well.
The rules too.
You know, rules,
absolutely.
Rules, yeah. And you know what? I think they're going to allow him to play just enough games to win Rookie of the Year. I think the minimum is 50. You got to play 50 to win. I believe either 50 or 60 to win Rookie of the Year. So they'll have him play just enough where he can be in the running for that.
Right.
But I do like your idea. Is he going to likely, but I do love your idea because you was being different, because everybody is he's going to be Rookie of the Year. So you are someone that's first that I've heard say, you know what, I don't think he's going to win that.
I don't see it, bro. Like for me, I don't see it. Like I said, you know, I see either Scoot taking it or Miller or somebody else. That's a wild factor that might go ahead.
For sure not. Especially if they keep Dame, he's not going to get enough looks. They got Simons and got Dame before him. He's not going to give enough.
Well, I mean, you got Miller too as well. So we'll see.
Miller, we'll see. But
he ain't got nobody but Melos.
Yeah. So
exactly.
Miller. The only guy who will have an opportunity, I believe, to compete for Rookie of the Year will be Miller. But then I think at that point, this is going to be
it's going to be a dark horse.
Who doesn't hit that rookie wall? Who's consistent? Whose team is going to be more, and closer winning games?
Who was that young bull, bro? I felt like he was dope in college.
You talking about from the Cavs?
The one that got picked later on in the first round, bro, because he had a bad pre-workout.
Emoni Bates in the second round?
Oh, man, ridiculous.
Well, when he was coming out of high school, he was projected to go top, you know what I'm saying, top 3. But he got into some legal stuff, too. He got into some legal stuff, too.
He does. Yeah, he did. And that's the reason why I think it kind of hurt him. But I feel like he might be that dark horse that might come in here.
I ain't gonna lie.
You remind me of a little KD.
No, I ain't gonna lie. No, B.I., I ain't gonna lie. When he was dropping, I'm like, oh, Sacramento Kings getting a little stiff. Not gonna lie, because I'm like, bro, the Kings got him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
I would have came off that 24th pick and a player to go move up to go get him.
No, it wouldn't even move up. Remember in the second round, he went like 40 something. I think he went. Did he go a pick before the Kings pick? I think we passed on him.
No. He went a pick before, because I asked you guys if they were gonna go ahead and pick him. I thought when I was texting you.
I think we passed on him.
No, you know what? You might be right. I think we did trade out, because I was talking to my cousin. Matter of fact, and you. I said, why the heck did the Kings trade out of that pick when he was still available? And I guess both y'all had the same response. Well, we need to go ahead and get more trade assets to go ahead and clear up some money to go ahead and get another player. A veteran.
Yeah, they want a veteran.
So that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, he gets a chance to play. This league is league is tough, man. Like especially for young guys, because when you come into the league,
too many of them.
They want you to like play a role, and sometimes it's hard for guys to play a role that they have not been playing. A lot of these guys been the man for so long, and you'd be like, all right, well, shit, I just want you to be a 3-and-D guy or a spot up guy, or I just want you to, come in and give me energy. Like, they're like, what? Like, give me the ball.
Well, that's where you got to decide. That's the reason why you got to decide that ego,
I
bro.
seen, and speaking of guys like that, Cam Reddish was a high school phenomenon, college Duke. Now he gets to the league and it's like, oh, he can't play. Like, what? I don't believe that. I don't believe that he can't play. You know what I mean? Like, bro, he's 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Put the ball on the floor, could dribble, create his own shot. But it's like, bro, like, you need opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
So opportunity, and you know what? When you get the opportunity, you have to make the most.
Yes.
How many of these dudes, they're 6'9", and they're young, but they just don't have it.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
They're so young that life has never hit them with the curveball until they got into the NBA.
It's hard.
You know what I'm saying? So it's mentally, a lot of times, it's hard for these dudes to recover.
But think about how many guys that we looked at like that in their first or second year, and they just got the opportunity. Julius Randle, now he's an all-star. Remember in LA, same thing. Lonzo Ball. LA, same thing. Brandon Ingram, young, same thing. So it's like when they go to other teams, they get the ball in their hand, they're able to work with a system and a coach and GM that believes in them. You kind of see the results, and these guys become all stars, and now they're big money makers, and now they're coveted players around the league now. So it takes a system and a coach to like. Just let these guys play.
And I was gonna say, we talked about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? Stuff is that they want that instant minute made right now. You know what I mean? It's like, develop these players, man. Like, I felt like the Lakers shouldn't have gave up off all of them, at least half of what they had beforehand.
They got what they wanted. They got a championship out of it.
Well, I see. We talked about a business.
Yeah, it's a business.
Yeah. Brown wants to come here to LA. We haven't been relevant since Kobe and them in quite some time.
Yeah.
We need to bring LA right back. We need to bring the Lakers right back. Because I'm telling you, man, when I'm living out here in LA and seeing the time when Kobe retired and how they were, it was just like, bro, like, we got our next door brothers, the little
knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door. You know what I mean? And here it is. We're supposed to be the Lakers. You know what I mean? We need to go ahead and do it now. Hey, all right, Brandon Ingram, you're gone. Julius Randle, you're gone. Lonzo Ball, you're out of here. You know what I mean? D'Angelo Russell, even though they brought him back, you're out of here. You know what I mean? So they had a lot of good players that came through their system through draft picks, but they just were too impatient because they wanted that win now. We need a championship because of a financial situation. It's a money thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah.
It's that Warriors. It's kind of the Warriors effect. And when you have a team and a brand that's known for winning, the community is ready to win right now. We know we got young talent. We know, but we don't have time to wait for them to develop. You know what I mean? When we are a win now. So a lot of these times, they go to the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes need to be landing in Orlando.
Yes.
Or you know what I'm saying? One of these teams.
And I see what you're saying, but then sometimes I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but then sometimes you get a situation like that to where you've had superstars on the team and they, for whatever reason, go to other teams, get traded, they leave as free agents or whatever, and then you have a team like OKC who accumulate picks and just build and build and build. Now you look at that team, everybody is picking them like, yo, like OKC, like everybody's looking for them to next season to like make that next jump. You got SGA, you got Giddey, you got Chet, you got both Jalen Greens. Is that their name? No, not Greens. Williams. Both they got two Jalen Williams, one big man, one is a wing. So they got some guys. You know what I'm saying? Teams like that. But like you said, every team.
That's that small market. They have no other choice. But like you said, they have no other choice. Now, when you get into the New Yorks or you get into these LAs. We're not the building through the draft. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, but no,
you know what I'm saying? I might take one player and keep him, but
that is a problem with New York because they've been trying to get that guy for 25 years, and it just hasn't happened. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if you took the same route as a smaller market, and it's like, look, ain't nobody coming. Let's just rebuild. You know what I'm saying? You might be in a position like an OKC right now. So you know what I mean? I feel like speaking of, before we wrap this podcast up, let's kind of go into this. OKC, right? So we're kind of saying like, all right, they're one of the next young teams coming up. Who do you think is going to be this year's OKC? How they were last year? I think. Yep. So I was going to say Houston. I feel like Houston's going to
and that's why the reason why James Harden wants to go ahead and go back.
I feel like Houston's going to take a jump. I feel like Houston's going to be like playing. You know what I'm saying? Like Houston's going to be a hard Tuesday night in January, February, you know what I'm saying? To where like, we got these guys. Like, I'm talking about for the good teams though. Like those top, you know, the Denvers, the King. Like when you play Rockets, like damn, you know what I'm saying? We're going to play tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to be able to take a night off with them. I don't think. Like,
nah.
You know what, B? I'm going to say this. That's definitely not why James Harden wants to go back.
Oh no!
I
was going to get to that too.
I know why he wants to go back.
I'm gonna say this.
I don't want him to go there. I don't want him to go there.
I'm not going to get into the clubs. I'm not going to get into the clubs. Some dudes, right? They don't like to go anywhere where it's an expectation. And I don't have to be accountable for anything.
I'm gonna tell you why
and these youngsters is gonna look up to me. I'm
gonna tell you why I don't like it for Houston. I don't like because it's gonna stunt those young guys' growth.
Yes, sir.
They don't need him anymore, bro. They're not competing for a championship. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Hard. You're not gonna come up here, jack up 30 shots a night, dribble. No, bro. We don't need that no more. They got Şengün. They got Jalen Green. You know what I'm saying? They got Jabari Smith. But they got some dudes down there, bro. And they talking about getting Fred VanVleet too. They talking about getting Fred VanVleet.
Yeah. Without 2 or 3 veterans, I don't even want to have this conversation with you guys because they're not. They'll just be some young guys that's showing up in town. That's able to dunk and maybe hit a jumper.
But what I'm saying is,
gotta have 2 or 3 veterans.
But okay, see, they didn't have no vets. I'm saying
like the Fred VanVleet.
But what I'm saying is, this coming year, I'm saying they're going to be what OKC was last season.
Oh, last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like they can be that. They can win 30.
They've been building through the draft.
They can win 30 games. They can win 30 games, 32.
I feel like they don't have that. They don't have the Shea Alexander guy that's going to push us.
Yes, they do. Bro. Jalen Green and Şengün. Jalen Green and Şengün is like a baby Murray and Jokic, Fox Sabonis. Like, bro, watch them dudes.
Yeah, you gotta watch them. Yeah, you gotta watch them boys play, bro.
And they got Ime Udoka.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So watch out for Houston. We're going to come back to this.
I would say if they come with 2, even if it's a Van Fleet and a Dylan Brooks or something like that's going to change the culture. Like
that would still be crazy if they bring Fred, Fred in there.
Yes.
Oh,
just something to change.
And then with that young quarterback,
I feel like we're thinking about them in the sense of when we had brother last year who was a coach, Silas.
No,
bro, Ime Udoka, he ain't playing. He's gonna make.
He ain't letting that.
He's still got to go. You know what I'm saying? He's still got to go ahead and make up for what he did for up over there. So he ain't talking.
I think he's gonna. I think there's a lot of talent down there because the way Silas had him playing, Silas is run, shoot threes in transition. You get open. Like it just really. He was there to coach the Westbrook Harden combo, and then when they both just left him, it was like he was left with these young guys. Like, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't there to coach that group of guys. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of glad he was able to move on. Hopefully he'll get another opportunity down the road because I feel like that was just for how that happened to him. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't cool. Now, so who do you feel like 4-5? Who do you feel like?
If it's not the Rockets, who do you feel like is going to be that next?
That, you know what? That's honest. That's a great question.
Some people saying Detroit. Some people saying Detroit.
No, not enough veterans. I feel like
OKC didn't have no vets though. I'm saying the young team that
only
has building up through draft picks. Yeah. I'm talking about like that team, a young team.
They playing that weak ass Eastern
young team that's going to be like, okay, hey. I'm saying maybe 2 seasons from now, I'm like, oh, like.
I definitely ask me this question next week once the free agency passed.
Okay.
I definitely, you know what I mean.
But we both said Rockets.
I like the Pacers. I like Indy. I like Indiana Pacers. I think Indiana Pacers maybe do something.
Rick Carlisle.
Yes.
Halliburton.
Yes.
We're gonna see. We're gonna come back to that question next week. Let's get past.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Steph. Yeah, I'm going Houston, bro.
But so
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all.
But we definitely appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We have fun with this one. We are going to come back. Maybe we can make this like a weekly pod. You know what I'm saying? And in between, we'll kind of touch on like whatever's going on throughout the weeks and whatnot. We do have Summer League coming up.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, that was crazy. But we got free agency coming up in 2 days. And then we have the summer league coming up right after that. So I'm sure
I want to talk to you about that summer league thing.
Oh no, we're
gonna get together.
I really do want to talk about Wembanyama not want to go ahead and go in Sacramento to go ahead and play there.
We're gonna talk about that for sure.
Can't wait to go ahead and go there.
We'll get to that on the next pod. But nah, man. Hey, this was fun. This is the first all net No Rim official podcast. It kind of turned into that. Honestly, we just kind of turned on the mics and we just wanted to talk hoop, but it turned into an hour of good content for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all liked it. And yeah, I mean, let us know what y'all think. Drop your comments about any and all that we talked about. We talked pretty much about everything. Phoenix Suns, Wembanyama, the Kings move. We definitely want to hear what y'all think about the Kings moves. What do y'all think they should do before Friday? Drop your comments. Who do y'all want the Kings to add to this mix? Who do y'all want them to re-sign? Do y'all want them just to bring back HB and run it back? What do y'all want? Phoenix Suns, where do y'all see them going? Can they build a team around that big three? Wembanyama, will he get Rookie of the Year? What else did we talk about? Dame Lillard is, you know what I'm saying? Should he ask for a trade? I mean, we touched on a lot of stuff, man. Really good content. A lot of stuff we touched on. Pause. And then, you know what I mean? So, but nah, anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, much love, y'all.
Keep tuning in. Keep supporting.
Appreciate. This was fun, man. This is fun.
All net no rim, baby.
All net no rim. This is a podcast. I go by the name of Stealth. Follow us on Twitter. We do got our Twitter handles right there. Doughboy Bush, Teddy White, and Stealth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and follow us. Interact with us. Let us know that you tapped in. And maybe we get some of y'all on here, man. Maybe we get some, you know what I'm saying, get some guests on here. And get that going. Do some collaborative efforts, or y'all could just send in y'all questions, and maybe we can answer your question. Do like a Q&A. It could be a personal question about us. It could be anything. Just Q&A. Maybe that's something we could do at the end of the next pod. We can answer some questions or whatever. So drop your comments, drop your questions, drop whatever you want to talk about in the comments, and we're gonna respond. We're gonna tap in with y'all, man. That's it, man. That's the first pod, first official pod on this channel. So I feel like we definitely reached a milestone, man. So we're gonna come with another one. We're gonna come with another one, man. Appreciate y'all. All net no rim the pod. Let's go.